Hello there, I'm Julie, and if you're new, welcome to my channel, Plans in the Making. I hadn't originally planned to do this video, but my items from the Archer and Olive spring release arrived today, and I thought I would unbox them with you and show you what I picked up. I'm fairly new to Archer and Olive. I only bought my first journal 1 year ago, and now I have 6. For me, as a lover of fantasy, this has to be the best release I've seen so far because I was so spoilt for choice I didn't know what to buy. Before I show you what I picked up from the Enchanted Chapters collection, I thought I'd show you this journal that I picked up from a shop in the UK called Sutiki Stickers. I really didn't think I was going to be able to pick this one up because it was one of the doorbusters. So I was really excited when a friend told me that Sutiki Stickers had managed to get some of these. And when I saw that the price was only £12 for a journal, that's amazing for an Archer and Olive journal. So this one comes in a packet because it's not one of their deluxe offerings. Let's see if I can get it out. And it is the A5 vegan leather superfan journal. I saw a lot of people showing this, I believe, at the Chicago Planner Conference. I love the little motif of the planner, the washi and the pen. And even though I don't have a particular use for this, this can be used for anything planner related because of the design on the front. It's a beautiful dark teal colour. Colour is not my favourite, I will admit, but I do love the silver foil design, and you get 128 pages, so I believe that's a little bit less than you normally get in the A5 journals. Can't remember if I said, but it's vegan leather. Inside we have this little, is it a fleur-de-lis design? The standard this book belongs to, and it's dot grid, which is my favourite. We've got some bookmarks as usual with the ampersand, pocket in the back, and the black pen loop. I've said before in one of my other unboxing videos that I kind of wish that the pen loop matched the colour of the journal, because on the storybook pink journal that I've got, it stands out rather a lot being black. I don't think I've ever used the pen loop so far, but I'm really happy with this for such a wonderful price, and it definitely will get used, but I'm not quite sure what I'll use it for yet. Now, I've been really patient because these have been sitting in my house since this morning and I haven't even opened them. So I thought I would wait and do that with you. I ordered them from Under the Rowan Tree, which is a shop online for us UK Archer and Olive fans. And you can see that I love the 8x8 journal size. And when I heard about this release, the first thing I did was look online for people showing glimpses of the journals. I like to really see them in person, as you never can quite tell just from the Instagram stories and the photographs. But I don't think anybody was showing the 8x8 size, and the designs are all slightly different. On the different sizes. Now I have to say, I was tempted and would have loved to pick up one particular design in all the different sizes just to get all the different boxes and all the different covers. And I'm sure there are some people who do that, but I tried to be really restrained. I was only going to get one, but I couldn't resist getting 2. So let's show you what I got. We have the Enchanted Chapters Dragon Spire and the treasure map. Let's start with the treasure map. I'm going to save the best till last. And I always find these really difficult to open, so hopefully I won't this time. I thought I was going to be disappointed getting a yellowy box, but I actually think this box is really pretty. It's kind of a shame that the box sizes and colours match, because I've ended up with two the same, because I ordered two 8x8 journals. But I've gradually realised that once you start decorating these journals, they fill up pretty quickly and they don't fit the box. So I'm not quite sure what to use these boxes for, but so far I haven't thrown any away because they are so nice. Here we go. Wow. Now this is the treasure map. I will say brown is not my favourite colour, but this design is absolutely stunning. I really liked this on the 8x8 size because there's an awful lot going on in the picture, and on some of the sizes it looked a little bit crowded, but you've got the compass, the ship, the waves, and you've got an island, a volcano, the bird, clouds, and you've even got the grid that shows it's on a map. It's absolutely beautiful. I thought the 8x8 was definitely the favourite. They've even made the vegan leather on this one look textured, like it actually is a treasure map. It's a gold foil, and then you've got parts that are debossed. So let's get it out of the box. Now, I was very naughty buying this because I have absolutely no purpose for this. The only thing I thought I could use this for was maybe a reading journal, but my current reading journal is an A5 size, so I'm not sure how I'd feel about having 8x8. We'll have to see how I get on with my reading journal for this year. The spine is very simple. We've just got these lines and the compass design in the middle, but what also attracted me to this book was the fact that you have this debossing on the back with the anchor and the waves. You've even got this pattern around the edge where it's dark and light and dark and light. There's so much attention to detail in this. I'm really, really not sorry that I bought this. Maybe in the comments you can suggest what I may use it for. I already have my creative journal for 2027. I'm currently using the storybook journal, which is probably my favourite so far, the prettiest definitely, with the pink. And another thing I loved about this was the inside cover with these waves. It's just absolutely stunning. They've really outdone themselves with this release. Obviously, if you're not a fantasy fan, it may not have been the release for you, but I think a lot of the release was suitable for everybody, such as the Books of Beauty. It was great for readers. And the Knight's Sword, I thought, would be really good for people who like to do Bible journaling. So here are the dot grid pages. With the 8x8 size, you get slightly less pages than the A5. I believe it's 160, but that's actually the perfect number for me to keep a journal for the whole year. We've got the matching bookmarks that are brown, and the pocket and the black pen loop. That is absolutely gorgeous. I think I really would have regretted not getting this. I had to be super fast. You do have to be. I put my order in at 3 minutes past 3, and by 10 past 3, the next one I'm going to show you had sold out. If you're in the US, you can currently pre-order these because a lot of them did sell out. But for me, shipping from the US makes it far too expensive. So I'm really dependent on shops like Under the Rowan Tree, and they only get limited numbers, and sometimes they don't get all the sizes. So it's a little bit of a lottery, but I'm so happy that I was able to pick up the ones my heart really desired. This one was my must-have. I would have been so sad if I couldn't have got this one. I wasn't sure they were going to have it in the 8x8. On Sutiki stickers, they only had it in the A5, so I was really pleased that Under the Rowan Tree had it. Blue and purple are my favourite colours, and you can never quite tell what the colour's going to be like in person, so I'm excited to take my first look. Wow, it's gorgeous. I was a little bit unsure about how this design would look on the 8x8. When I looked at all the covers, the smaller ones looked a little bit nicer because there was a lot of gap with the sky, but you've actually got this embossed clouds, so it's not completely blank, and you've got this holographic foil. Let's get it out. This cover is really smooth, unlike the textured feel of the vegan leather on the treasure map. So there are trees at the bottom, and then we have mountains, this beautiful castle, the clouds, the dragon in the sky, then a decorated arch and some debossed patterns in the corner. And this shade of purple is beautiful. I love it. It's very close to the colour of the sofa I had in my living room some years ago that I loved, and unfortunately it was wearing out and I had to get rid of it, and I've regretted it ever since because you can never find a sofa this colour, and it used to make me happy just looking at it. It wasn't quite as dark as this, but it was gorgeous. Let's look at the spine. The spine is quite plain, just a pattern, and a little bit disappointingly there's nothing on the back. It would have been nice after the effort they made with the treasure map to have something, even if it was just something small in the middle, but I can live with that. I'm really happy with this. It's funny because only a few weeks before this release I was thinking about the fact that I never do any fantasy spreads in my creative journal, and I've recently got hold of lots of dragon stickers, sword and elves and mermaids and those sorts of things, and I don't tend to put those in my creative journal. So I was thinking when I saw this that this could be a dedicated space for those sorts of spreads. I'm not sure what I would use it for, but for me, I love creating so much that even if I create these spreads and don't necessarily use them functionally, it's going to bring me a lot of joy. This is okay. It's a gold. No, I think it's the holographic. It's sort of it's hard to tell. It looks gold to me, but I would have thought it would be silver, although actually this now looks gold to me, so I'm not sure. I'm sure on the clip that they showed they said it was silver holographic foil, but it's probably the reflection of my ring light. And we've got the dot grid pages and a really pretty bookmarks. I love this colour. I tell you what, when Under the Rowan Tree restock, which they are going to, I'm going to be tempted to pick up this particular journal in a different size, although I have no idea what I would use it for. But it's so pretty. Some people said that it reminded me of Harry Potter. Now, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I have seen the films many years ago. I haven't read the books, but is there a dragon in Harry Potter? Maybe there is, and I've just forgotten. But this is definitely giving me more The Hobbit, and it's even got like tiny little sparkles around the dragon. It's so pretty. So if you're on the fence about picking up any of this release and you were hoping to see the 8x8 size closer up, I hope that this has been useful for you to see them on a video. It's funny because when I saw the Books of Beauty, I thought that's pretty, but I can resist that one. And as soon as I saw this one, which was the next one they showed, I knew I had to have it. Then they showed the sword, which I came very close to buying. And finally, this one. I actually gasped when I first saw the treasure map reveal, and I could fully understand all those people who said that they were getting everything. I am still really tempted to pick up some more, so that I at least have one of the sword design, which is a gorgeous red. And it turned out that the Books of Beauty was actually my least favourite of the collection. I was tempted for a moment to get the stamps that came with the dragon. There are 2 stamp sets and stickers and washi that go with all these books. but I very rarely use stamps, and I have found a set of dragon stamps on Amazon that I may buy just to scratch the itch, but the prices were quite expensive that I decided I had to stick to my priority, which was to get the journals. They didn't have the shopper bag that came in the dragon design. If they had, I probably would have picked that up as well. Let me know in the comments what you picked up from the Enchanted Chapters release and what you're planning to use your journals for. If you want to see how I've been using my current creative journal to make spreads like these, then I'll link the flip through video on screen so you can see all the spreads I've made so far. Hope you have a great week, and I hope you'll join me for another video really soon.